show.
No, Andre, you know, it was a good end to the workday, di ba? Nakakatawa kaya.
We should do that. I think we should do it more often. Have a once a week that we could all be coordinated.
Costume party.
Oh, pwede.
Yeah. Oh, ulit.
So now that tapos na yung NBA, what do you guys have?
Wala,
Like,
that's the end of the show. That's the end. Joke lang.
See you next
Marami pa syempre PBA ongoing ngayon, Sean. And we also have a guest tonight. We still have a lot ongoing even if the NBA finals are done. Thank you once again to the ladies of the big story, to Cess, to Sean, and to Pauline. And on our show, as we've told Sean, even if, you know, the aftermath of the NBA Finals, we have updates on Tyrese Haliburton's injury, plus a look ahead into the PBA Philippine Cup semis, which will start already tomorrow.
And we learn more about the Philippine National Badminton Open from PBAD Secretary General Carla Lizardo Sulit.
Dapat nandito din pala si Jat, no? Baka within
family affair.
Keep it within the family. Sama na rin yung baby. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Tuncalaw.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy. Victor Moves puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Bacunas rejecting Esteban for the home.
Well, the party is on for the Oklahoma City Thunder tomorrow. The new champs of the NBA will have their victory parade through downtown OKC, which is scheduled to start at 10:30 in the morning, but that will be Philippine time. The parade will be about an hour and a half long. Before the parade, the team will have a special ceremony inside their home court, the Paycom Arena. The ceremony will not be open to the public, but will be streamed online. It was a championship run to remember in more ways than one for the Thunder. They topped the regular season with 68 wins and 14 losses. Then come the playoffs. The number one overall seed had several memorable battles, including a Game 7 victory over the Denver Nuggets in the second round. And to clinch the title, Oklahoma City once again prevailed in a winner-take-all match, this time over the Indiana Pacers.
Indy's floor general Tyrese Haliburton already had surgery on the torn Achilles tendon on his right leg. Hali is expected to miss the entire 2025-2026 NBA season as he recovers from the injury. Hali hurt his Achilles in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. It happened in the 5-minute mark of the opening quarter during an attempt to attack the paint. Hali played just 7 minutes in the crucial match and scored 9 points in a losing cause. Hali shared his thoughts on the unfortunate incident through X. He began by expressing his frustration, saying, quote, "It is unfathomable. I've worked my whole life to get to this moment, and this is how it ends. Makes no sense," end of quote. But Hali ended his message on a positive note, quote, "Watch how I come back from this. So give me some time. I'll dust myself off and get right back to being the best version of Tyrese Haliburton," end of quote.
Not even a day after the NBA Finals had ended, more teams are already reshaping their rosters for the next season. Well, reports say the Boston Celtics have traded veteran point guard Jrue Holiday to the Portland Trail Blazers. Now, in return, the C's get a promising scoring guard in Anthony Simons and a pair of future second-round picks. Holiday played 2 seasons in Beantown, helping the C's win their 18th title in franchise history in his first year just last year. And ironically, before he got to Boston, the 35-year-old Holiday was a Trailblazer for less than a week. He was part of that deal that sent Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks. Questions about Boston's ballooning salary structure have led to speculation that the team will be broken apart. NBA insider Shams Charania had also reported that the Celtics are looking to move other players, though they were not named just yet. As for Simons, he averaged at least 17 points in each of his last 4 seasons, and he will be expected to shoulder some of the scoring load left by Jason Tatum, who's down with a torn Achilles.
Back here at home, PBA playoff action is just getting hotter with the semifinals of the Philippine Cup set to begin tomorrow. First up are the TNT Tropang 5G and the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters at 5 in the afternoon. Both teams are coming off upsets after eliminating higher-seeded teams with twice-to-beat incentives in the quarterfinals. TNT and Rain or Shine are also meeting in the semis for the third conference in a row. Then at 7:30 p.m., it's the classic matchup between sister teams Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and the top-seeded San Miguel Beermen. Ginebra head coach Tim Cone had earlier said winning the all-Filipino tilt meant going through the ever-formidable San Miguel side. Both best-of-7 matchups will tip off at the Mall of Asia Arena. But of course, the games will also be available on PBA Rush, RPTV, and the Filipinas Live app.
For the TNT Tropang 5G, this isn't just a campaign for another championship. They have a chance to become the 6th team in PBA history to win all 3 conferences in one season and complete a Grand Slam. TNT had to keep its bid alive by beating the Magnolia Hotshots in the quarterfinals. They showed resilience and composure down the stretch in both outings to knock out their higher-seeded opponents. The Tropang 5G must now figure out how to outplay the well-rounded lineup of ROS in the semis. For head coach Chot Reyes, he is just relieved that his team's shot at adding a historic championship is still in play.
We have another series to think about this. So there's some relief. I'll be very honest with you, there's some relief that we were able to get to the Final Four. But any kind of happiness or satisfaction, we know is going to be short-lived. But at least, guys, sabi ni Roger, at least we give ourselves a chance. And when we have a chance, that's all we ask sa buhay, di ba? All we ask is a chance. And we're given this chance. We go back to the drawing board tomorrow and figure out what we need to do against our next opponent.
The Rain or Shine Elasto Painters are hoping the third time's the charm as they battle TNT in the semis once again. The Elasto Painters barged into the semis by outlasting the NLEX Road Warriors, who also had a twice-to-beat edge in the quarterfinals. Rain or Shine head coach Yang Giao is relishing that Rain or Shine, which he considers an underdog, has a chance at pulling off another upset in the Philippine Cup's penultimate stage. Though history is not on their side as they lost to the Tropang 5G in the semis in the previous 2 conferences. Coach Yang vows to approach the semis without distraction and solely focused on the Tropang 5G.
I'm really not distracted by yung mga ibang thoughts na ganun. Siguro ngayon ang gusto ko lang mag-focus. Pahinga ng konti, mag-relax ng konti. Tapos on Monday, we start preparing for the semifinals. No? So I don't give way to mga distractions in terms of kung nangyari na, no, kung wala ka na magagawa, you have no control over events or things, then just let it go. Just let them go.
Coming up, smashing action returns to the court. The best of the best in Philippine badminton are set to clash at the National Open. We find out more about the event from PBAD Secretary General Carla Lizardo Sulit live. Play-by-play will be right back. Stay tuned.
Lahat po ng mapapanood ninyo sa susunod na mga eksena ay fake. Tandaan niyo po yan.
Ngayon, sobrang dali na gumawa ng fake na video. Muka, boses, pwedeng gayahin. Parang totoo, pero hindi.
Yung fake videos, pwedeng gamitin yan para manghingi ng OTP, password, o mag-spread ng maling impormasyon. Gaya nito.
Bro, legit to. High return in just 3 months. Wala kang gagawin.
Oo, boss. Bayad ka. Minimum lang 50,000. May 100,000 ka na bukas.
Oops, fake lahat to. Pati kami FAK.
Nanalo ako. Pero kailangan daw ng 1,000 pesos. Tsaka OTP. Anong OTP?
Inday, na-aksidente si sir. Nasa ospital. Karon dayon og padala og kwarta.
Ay, fake pala ako. Pati itong buong eksena.
Good morning po. May promo tayo ngayon. Tataasan natin ang credit limit ninyo.
Alright.
Pakisend po ng picture ng credit card nyo.
Oops. Fake to.
Ingat tayong lahat sa fake. Gaya namin.
Lahat kami dito fake.
Pakipadala ng email address at phone number. Oops, fake ako.
Sorry, tita. Fake ako.
Ow, I miss you.
Sorry. Fake kami.
Gagawa ko ng batas na lahat ng senior high school students kailangan mag-necktie.
Bakit po necktie, sir?
Sa ikauunlad ng bayan, neckties ang kailangan. Ay, fake pala ako, pati itong press con.
Fake news and fake videos will become an even bigger problem. Pati lahat ito fake.
Ang nakakagulat, sobrang dali na gumawa ng video gamit ang AI. Sobrang galing na nito at gagaling pa.
Ang good news, mukhang mas madaling gumawa ng AI-generated video kesa magpaloko, kahit gano'ng kagaling pa yan.
Lalo na kaming mga kabataan ngayon, hindi na kami basta-basta maluloko.
Hindi mo kami maluloko, AI.
Gayunpaman, there are people we care about who can fall for this. At aminin, baka one day, mabiktima ka rin.
Saka sa totoo lang, lahat ng scam na to, lumana. But we've seen that every old scam tries to use the newest technology.
We have also seen that even the oldest scams and the newest toys are no match for knowledge, awareness, and watching out for each other.
Kaya let's be aware. Magtulungan tayo na maintindihan ng bawat isa ang mga nakikita at napapanood natin.
Uulitin ko lang ha, ang lahat ng nakita nyo, fake. Walang totoong tao dito. Pati ako fake. Okay, thanks, bye.
And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play, only on One News. The country's top shuttlers are gearing up for the Philippine National Badminton Open set from July 7th until the 12th at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum and Badminton Hall.
What can we expect from this premier tournament, and what else is in store for Philippine badminton? Joining us this evening is Philippine Badminton Association Secretary General Carla Lizardo Sulit. Thank you for joining us here tonight, Carla.
Thank you for
Mama
having me.
Carla, welcome to the show. First time mo ba dito?
Yes, it is.
Dapat mag-guess kapag wala ako, si Jat. Para, di ba, maganda.
Oh,
dapat pala.
happy family.
He's at home right now.
Yeah.
Hello to Jat Sulit, who's taking care of your baby.
Yes.
Okay. Sana pala, ako nag-babysit ng baby, tapos si Jat nandito. Pwede. Mura lang fee ko. But thank you for being here.
Next time. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, of course, we are here to talk about the Philippine National Badminton
Yes.
Open. Can you tell us more about this tournament?
Yes, so we're very excited. This is the biggest event for the Philippine Badminton Association because it is an annual event that attracts the best shuttlers from all across the country. We attract over 500 of the best players.
Wow.
So
Wow,
we
that's a
really,
lot.
yeah, it's a lot of action, jam-packed from July 7 to 12. So this is happening at the Rizal Memorial Coliseum and Badminton Hall.
And we understand that this tournament also plays a big role in dito yung papasok kasi alam naman natin, 'di ba, yung mga ranking even naman pag sa different sports, even
Yes.
3 and 3, they hold these particular national tournaments to see where these players rank.
Yes,
Diba?
exactly.
So they have to participate para at least sa ranking and then eventually important for their careers yung mga aspiring mag-compete abroad, internationally also. So tell us about how significant and important syempre playing in this tournament will be, especially for our future national athletes as well.
Yes, the Philippine National Badminton Open is a Super 1000, so it's the biggest source of points in our local ranking system. So definitely, if you wanna get a shot at becoming part of the national team, this is it. The coaches are there, the national team coaches are there, of course. The national team players play. So for them, it's kind of like a gauge of how much they've improved, and it keeps them on their toes because they have to really dominate to really secure their spot in the national team. But at the same time, it's also a great way for us to scout talent because, like I said, people from all across the country fly out for this event. So it's nice to see if there are, some people we might have missed. We would love to see them on the court and maybe have them on the national team in the future.
Dito natin pwede makita yung mga surprise, di ba?
Yes.
Oo, malay mo si Cheska Liton.
Let's go.
Surprise, matalo niya yung mga national team. Watch out!
Put me in, coach. I'm ready.
Smash!
But see, this will lead me to my next question,
Okay, go,
because
go.
this is one of the richest tournaments on home soil.
Yes.
There is a 1 million peso prize pool. 1 million pesos.
I
So,
mean,
is it too late for me to learn by July 7?
I will be your personal coach.
Oo, may advantage ka na, may head start ka na. Si Carla na kagad ang magtuturo sa'yo. Oh, ako napa-inhale ako sa tiyan ko eh. Sabi ko, sali kaya 1 million?
I mean, it's an open, so
Yeah, yeah,
why
yeah.
not?
Anyone can join. Yes,
Anyone can
diba?
join.
And I'm
Anyone
sure
can join.
This attracts so many people, so many players to join the tournament. And how has this impacted the turnout?
Well, the turnout has been great, so we're very thankful. Every year we have this prize pool, and we just feel like the best deserve the best. And for this year, we have over 500 participants. So as much as we would like to have everyone join in, we do have to limit the time.
course,
We don't want to be
syempre.
playing until 2
Oo
a.m.,
naman.
right? We also look for the quality of the games.
For 1 million pesos.
Yes. So every year we have around 500 to 600 athletes that battle it out for that 1 million prize pool.
I think, alam mo, kahit naman yung mga players won't mind playing until the wee hours because our very own chairman, our boss, si Boss
Yeah.
MVP, I know firsthand that he plays until gabi. Na
Yes,
talagang,
yes.
And he's a really good badminton player, si chairman, si Boss
That's
MVP.
true.
So talagang, boss, alam kong napupuyat ka sa... Pero that's just, kumbaga, ako din, when I try, I'm not as good. I'm not, pero I know the adrenaline and also the rush it brings,
Yes.
especially for these players who will be vying and playing for that 1 million. Okay, let's talk about seeing the best of the best. As you said, Carla, a lot will be here nationwide, open for all, but it's important to know defending champs. Siyempre, Nicole Albo, Lea Inlayo will be playing here. The excitement level among our elite players, tell us more, since being the Secretary General of the Federation, especially with many of them heading into the BWF World Championships in Paris in August. Ang maganda nga
Yes.
dito, that will keep their momentum going.
Yes.
Diba? Na parang eto na July, and then, okay, punta tayo Paris after sa August.
That's right. Actually, our national team is fresh off a training camp in Korea. They were there for 1 month. So that will be a big boost. We'll see how that will affect their performance in the PNBO. And then we'll also see, like I said, different talents, but also we are preparing for many international tournaments. One of the biggest is the Paris event, that is the World Championships. We're very happy because every year we're seeing more of our national team players qualify for these events. For this year, we have 4. And we also have more qualifiers in the recently concluded Badminton Asia Championships. So that's what we want to see. First, participation, but we're gearing up because our biggest goal is really an Olympiad in 2028. So we just want them to continue, continue their training camps, continue hosting these world-class events, continue pushing our national team to these international events and perform so that, we finally have another Olympian. We've only had one badminton Olympian ever. So I really feel like we have so much potential, and that's the biggest dream of the association.
And you know which show to bring them to the guest, right?
Yes. I will bring them
Dito
here
lang, dali mo,
first.
exclusive. Niloloko din si Pong Dumanes sa ping-pong naman eh. Siya din
Yes,
section.
yes.
Sabi ko, Pong, pag ping-pong, dali mo din dito.
Yeah.
And her daughter also, di ba, wonder kid, ang galing din maglaro. Okay. Go ahead,
Yeah,
check.
so we have the nationals coming up.
Yes.
And then, of course, I'm sure there are other, events on the
Programs.
PBAD calendar. And we also want to know about grassroots programs.
Yes.
Importante.
Actually, what we're doing is really holistic growth for the sport, because not just for the athletes. Of course, we do have a grassroots program as well. One of which is the Shuttle Time. It's actually in line with the Badminton World Federation, which is where our tutors go to different public schools across the country.
Shuttle Time.
Yes, it's called Shuttle Time because it's so important for PE teachers and teachers that teach the sport to the younger kids.
Tama yung tinuturo.
Yeah, maganda agad yung foundation. So that's a big grassroots push for us. We also have coaches education,
Malaki yun.
also in line with the World Federation. We also have our first technical officials workshop that's happening in conjunction with the Philippine National Badminton Open. So we're already training coaches, officials, para everything, improves at the same time, along with our athletes. So aside from our senior team push, we also have our junior push because because we have a regional series. So Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, and then a National Junior Open is also happening. So they have a lot of avenues to be able to showcase their skills.
Galing mo, Sekjen. Yan ang Sekjen. Oo, galing na Sekjen.
For the love of the sport, you know, it's my sport. So
you're very passionate about it.
Yeah.
And yung, di ba, yung, I know it's such a cliche to say, pero yung ang layo na, pero malayo pa.
Definitely.
Na ang layo, looking back, di ba, years back at the program where it was then, now, and also how many players, of course, part of the national team as well. 2025 SEA Games now on the horizon. How's PBAD now preparing? Because we talked about the World Championships, the training camp, and then this, the nationals. But how about preparing for the SEA Games? Kumbaga, where are we in preparation at this point?
Actually, the Korea camp was already part.
In line,
in line. There will be another camp leading up. We're still deciding which Asian country. We're trying to avoid yung mga makakalaban natin. So we'll see, we'll finalize a month before. But of course, the Philippine National Open is also scouting ground because we do need more players for the Southeast Asian Games. We need a bigger lineup. So our national team coaches will also be scouting here to see who we can invite to join our training and maybe be part of the Southeast Asian Games for this year in Thailand. And of course, we have our program director who is a badminton legend, Coach Kenny Asuncion Robles. She will also be there. So we'll see. We'll see. It will also be a big scouting ground for us.
Nice. You have your work cut out for you in the upcoming
I know.
tournament.
So many things are happening.
But yeah, before we let you go, please invite fans to come watch or support, and of course, any possible players who still might want to join.
Yes, unfortunately, the cutoff has already passed, and we've already had our draw, but we're inviting everyone, all of the badminton fans. I know that the sport has been really gaining momentum, so please continue to support the best of the best players battling it out in the Philippine National Badminton Open. That is happening on July 7 to 12 at the Rizal Memorial Stadium and Badminton Hall. This will be covered by Signal, and you can also buy tickets now. Just check out the PBAD Facebook page for more info.
There you go. Yun ang importante. Find out also, I'm sure the ticket prices are reasonable.
Yes,
also.
very reasonable. 50 pesos.
Oh,
yes.
There you
So please, join us.
Kaya na-excite si yung floor director natin, si Odi, na-excite doon.
Thank you
Sagot
so
ko na
much.
ticket mo, Odi. Sagot ko na.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
That
you.
was
Thank
Philippine
you.
Badminton Association Secretary General Carla Lizardo Sulit.
Abangan natin yung anak nila ni Jad. Feeling ko magiging future Olympian yun, prodigy.
All right, after the break, we turn our attention to Alas Filipinas. Men, they just wrapped up the AVC Nations Cup with a victory for 10th place. The details when play-by-play returns. Keep it here. welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. No winless campaign for Las Filipinas men to finish the 2025 AVC Men's Nations Cup. They won their final match against New Zealand to claim 10th place in the tournament. A 4-set victory here for the Philippines, 25-16, 23-25, 25-11, and 25-22. Stephen Rotter delivered a total of 20 points on 17 attacks, 2 aces, and a block. Mark Espejo tallied 14 attacks and 7 digs. This marks the 3rd straight time that Alas men finished in 10th place in the AVC tilt. The team will now head back to the Philippines as they prepare for the Southeast Asian V-League in July.
Now that the NBA is done, we're going to the PBA. We've got some of the best plays from the Philippine Cup quarterfinals from the 4 teams that will advance or have advanced already to the semis in tonight's highlight reel. Let's go! Semis of the conference will start tomorrow. Rom De La Rosa, 2.7. He will inbounds against Brandon Ganuela's roster. Ref gives the ball. Here we go. Magnolia down 1. De La Rosa looking inside. Sanggalang stopped by guess who? Yes, number 8. Former NCAA MVP, former San Beda Red Lion, Calvin Oftana. But look at Pugoy. He may have that disadvantage against a taller Sanggalang, but good help defense. And look at Canuela's roster there, BGR. Loving that defensive play from Calvin Oftana. Again, take a look. Good tap. And there it is. Ball game. TNT advance, 80-79. Oftana, by the way, had 18 points in this one, 7 boards, 3 steals in that game. Big help. And, of course, TNT advancing after beating Magnolia twice in the quarters. Okay, on to their semis opponents, the Rain or Shine Lasso Painters. Here's Santi, backing down. JB Baillo, the spin, another spin. Ala Hakim Olajuwon there. Kids, if you don't know who he is, Google him. Houston Rockets, 2-time champ. Take a look, spin. Back again against 2 defenders, no problem for the former De La Salle Green Archer, Leonard Santi Santillan. Big game for him, by the way. Santi, wow, he had his work cut out for him. 24 points in this one. Big game. 9 boards, 2 steals, 3 blocks, just doing everything here. Rain or Shine eliminates the Road Warriors in the quarters, 103-92, and yes, they will face TNT in the semis. Punta naman tayo sa kabilang side of the bracket. Ginebra this time. Ginebra fans, be happy. Pinto launches, misses, gets the rebound. Former number 1 pick, Stephen Holt. Good pass. RJ Barrientos is trapped out to Pinto. Good swing. David, drop it like it's hot. Good team movement. If you're Coach Tim Cone, you love that ball movement. Pinto finding an open man in the corner. Not settling for the outside shot. Finding a much open guy and slam it there. Japet Aguilar. 19 points, 13 boards, 3 blocks. Ginebra disconnects, converge 88-80. Look at Japet. We'll be seeing more of Japet ngayon tapos ang NBA. More highlights from that man right there. Okay, last but definitely not the least, San Miguel Beermen. Let's go. Don Troliano, guarded by Bong Quinto, inside to the Kraken. Junmar posting up against the big man there. Oh, and look at Junmar, easy peasy there against the former De La Salle Green Archer there. The big bear, look at him, even draws a double team. No problem for Junmar. Wanted a foul, but no problem for the Kraken, yes. That's why he is arguably one of the best to ever play, and even say the GOAT, the PBA, multi-time MVP, Junmar Fajardo, easy peasy. But it will be a good matchup, San Miguel Ginebra in the next round. By the way, Abay here at 23 points, 15 boards, 4 blocks to help lead the Beermen to a 108-97 win, eliminate Meralco. SMB gets revenge. Remember, they faced off, and it was Meralco who beat them in last season's All-Filipino Championship, and remember that. So now, revenge off to the semis against Ginebra. San Miguel, Ginebra, Rain or Shine, TNT. Exciting Philippine Cup semis. And you can watch that, of course, on One Sports Plus, and on the Filipinas Live app. Check.
All right, before we go, a huge congratulations to our Filipino track and field athletes after another strong showing in the 2025 Thailand Open. Joy Nagagnaw claimed silver in the women's 3,000-meter steeplechase with a time of 11 minutes and 52.32 seconds. Junel Gobatia also snagged silver in the men's 3,000-meter steeplechase after clocking in at 9 minutes and 22.11 seconds. Clinton Bautista made it to the podium once again with a bronze medal finish in the 110-meter hurdles. Bautista posted a time of 14.21 seconds despite a minor headwind. And Carlos de Imos walked away with a silver in the men's 10,000-meter racewalk event with a time of 46 minutes and 19.33 seconds. Again, congratulations to Team Philippines!
Congratulations. I got excited with Joy Dad because I got to run with Joy Dad. Napakagaling yan, yes. Sobrang payat, sobrang galing, ang gaan-gaan kargahin. Oh, no. Kaya ang bilis eh. But Joy, congratulations and the rest of Team Philippines and of course, Patafa Secgen, Jasper Tanhueco, also a good friend. Congratulations, boss. That's all from us tonight. Catch us again tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories.
Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Filipinas Live.
Again, thank you to our guest tonight,
Carla.
Yes. Yes, watch out for the Badminton Nationals upcoming in July. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Litoncalao. Thank you for watching. Good night.